You are now tuned in to the Windy City Benders podcast. This is WCBP.
All right, welcome to another edition of the Windy City Bender podcast, episode 105. To be determined. We'll see what comes up during the episode, and then we'll name it.
We don't know what it is anymore. There's no Hawks players.
Taking away player names. As usual, I'm joined by Tanner. Tanner, how you doing, bud?
Feeling good. Feeling great, just getting real jazzed up for some hockey.
So here, let me ask this. How were you feeling after skating on last Friday?
Fantastic.
We finally got him to come out to the suburbs, and he skated. That goalie, he played forward, and he looked like he played forward his whole life. He looks pretty good out there.
Yeah, I haven't skated in over 2 years just because Fridays and Saturdays is when I'm usually working. So when you guys were like, yeah, you want to come on and skate? Immediate reaction was like, nah, I probably got work. And then I was like, wait, no.
Oh, so, yeah. So it was great actually seeing you in person and not, Zoom, which was awesome.
Yeah, it's good.
Definitely got to do that again soon, man.
Absolutely.
Lots and not really lots to talk about. A lot of it's kind of we talked about last episode, but it's kind of more of confirmation this time.
Yeah.
Couple Hawks signing got announced today. Lots of news
officially too.
Yeah, officially. So there's no coming back from those. No. Oh, maybe not. Couple news on training camp players. Toews with some interesting comments, and then NHL awards are slowly being announced and who's being nominated and all that. But we'll start with a little Hawks talk first. To begin, we'll go right to those signings. Today, the Hawks made it official for Ian Mitchell and Wyatt Kalynuk. So close. Damn it.
Yep,
and I said before we record, I don't feel like butchering names today. Mitchell got 3 years at $925,000 per. Wyatt got 2 years, 200 or the same cap hit. And nice. Then the big surprise
is Suter,
which is, from everything that's being talked about, he's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, so if everybody's seen anything about him lately, he's been drawing a lot of comparisons to Kubalik, who we just had this past season, who is also a nominee for the Calder Trophy, which is fantastic. Yeah, spoiler alert, right? But it's Kubalik in his last season in Europe, he played in the same league as Suter, and he scored 57 points. He only had 28 goals, 25 goals maybe. And Suter this past season has 53 points, but he scored 30 goals and had 23 assists. So you get another one of these European guys. We just keep rattling them off year after year,
It really shows how good potentially shows how good our European scouts are.
Absolutely.
They keep finding these awesome guys that we are getting very cheap.
Which is what we need to do because we have money tied up in people that we oh shit. They can't move, you can't move Zach Smith to anybody really. You can't really move Olimata to anybody. It's gonna have to come as cheap contracts. And I feel ever since Panarin, it's we kind of keep hitting it on the head every year now though. What was it? We had Cahoon, then we have Kubalik, now we have Suter. Hopefully he just follows suit. I
totally forgot we had Zach Smith until you just said that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's not healthy.
No. But adding, that's what we need. Like we were saying, we need to find these good guys that are going to be low risk, high reward type situations. The cap is not moving up at all for at least, I think 3 years at minimum.
Yeah, that's not good. And what does he sign for? He signed at 925.
Yeah, 925 for 1 year.
1 year. Okay, so
he's getting the Kubalik treatment.
Because he's also 24 years old, so he's coming over at the same age, and give you that exact same chance probably. It says that he plays left wing and center. But
watching some of his highlights, I love the Swiss League, how they give their top leading goal scorer the yellow helmet and the jersey with the flames on it.
Yeah, that's wild.
It is so sick. I love that.
It's like you have a target on your back. Jesus.
Yeah. But
that's cool.
But with the cap being where it's going to be at, we're going to be seeing a lot of these guys that we're signing for these cheap deals, I think, in the next couple of years, if not next year for sure. Like, and it's going to be – it's one of those times where it's like I'm looking at all these guys we're signing, and I'm not concerned. Like, normally, loading up on young, like, either undrafted guys or prospects that didn't get signed by their draft team, you're kind of like, okay, well, what's wrong with them?
Yeah.
But, like, these guys that they're picking up are fantastic.
Yeah,
they've been proven players in their leagues that they played at.
It's great. Oh, I was going to say another thing that is kind of a comparison to Kubalik, too, is, like, him and Kubalik both played in the CHL. And then I think he might have gotten drafted or he might not have, but I would just notice that they both decided to go play in Europe and then come over on their own terms. Which is pretty great.
Let me look and see if I can find anything about him being drafted or not.
I don't think he was drafted. No, he wasn't drafted. But
Undrafted,
Kubalik was drafted. But it's like they both decided to go from CHL just straight back to Europe, which is cool. But I was going to say another cool thing about like the whole picking up guys at like Kalynuk, it's like you're seeing guys come into the league at a much younger age now. So it's like a little bit more difficult to those guys that are like, if there's a log jam, like these kids are coming in so early, they're not leaving as soon, Yeah. And so like for him, it's probably like, probably the better chance if I go somewhere else. And it's like, well, the Hawks need defensive help. And like, there's a great chance that if we get like good defensive help, we'll be a better team because our offense is not like terrible. When you got Patrick Kane, your offense is going to be fucking good.
When you got Patrick Kane, then DeBrincat, who is definitely going to be on a mission to prove that his sophomore year wasn't a fluke, or was this his second or third year?
This is his third year because his first year he led the team in 28 goals, and then he scored like 40 last year.
Yeah, and I think he's ready to prove that he deserves that contract he got and that it wasn't a fluke.
Yeah,
you're going to have
this upcoming season.
Yeah, you're going to have Jarom, who's an RFA. Who, whatever, he's going to pretty much have to play with whatever he's offered at this point for the Hawks if he wants to stay in Chicago. And he's going to have a point to prove, like, hey, pay me kind of thing. So it's like our offense is going to be so good. Now, our defense and our goaltending, to be determined. But
who knows what's going on in that?
I know this isn't really a Hawks talk, but it is a former Hawk, and it kind of with Suter and being undrafted and coming in picking where he wants to play. Panarin had some comments, and I kind of think like these European kids are going to be maybe thinking the same mindset. But so Panarin, I think this was after he was like nominated for the Ted Lindsay Award. Spoiler. They were talking about. They asked him, like, he was just talking. He says, I like to thank all the GMs for not choosing me in the draft. It allowed me to choose the team where I wanted to play, that played my style of hockey, and allowed me to be successful to begin with. He came to Chicago and fucking tore it up, was able to prove that he is an elite player for some reason. I mean, obviously money reasons, but he gets moved on, plays a couple of years with Columbus, proves that he's still fucking solid, and now just signs a huge fucking ticket.
It's better and better.
Yeah, it's like if you're one of these European guys that doesn't get drafted, like I would almost be like pissed off if you get drafted. Like you don't really get to say, because also a lot of these teams, it's unless you're like a top 5, top 10 maybe player drafted, these guys aren't getting a true good look right away. Like a lot of these guys are like flight risk almost, because especially the Russians, all that, thinking that they're not going to come to the NHL unless.
Is it just like the 90s when it was just Detroit was the only one drafting the Russians and they were just becoming filthy? It's like they're not going to come over.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I wonder if that's going to be something more, a trend you're going to start seeing more.
Well, especially with like that's the thing with college players too. Is like some of them, if they get drafted to a team and are like, I don't want to play for that team. They can just stay in college, and then once they graduate, they're a free agent and sign wherever they want.
I'm kind of so. I don't know if it's considered like a big issue in the league, but I'm kind of surprised something like that wasn't addressed in the new CBA. Like something like negotiating, like, okay, you draft this guy, you have 3 years to sign him, and then you lose it if the players want to play there.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense. Like, it's probably just because like you can't sign a contract and still play college. Like, because once you sign the contract, you're no longer a collegiate athlete, and it's like, okay.
Well, yeah, but there's a difference between signing a contract, want to play for the team, but want to play college, versus I want to play NHL pro, but I don't want to play for the team that signed me, so I'm just gonna. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of like.
I don't understand how like the collegiate players get away with it, but the CHL players,
that like, too.
Their rights are just held by that team. I don't know.
You get signed
I don't know what the wording is for that, like that they have in the CBA or whatever. Like, doesn't make sense, but okay, it's cool with me because now we got Wyatt Kalynuk.
Right. Yeah.
And I think that was one of the worries though too, is that we might not get Ian Mitchell, like if he decides to not come here. But
I think that was a big, because I mean it was coming up. His deadline to sign, I think, was coming up fairly soon, like August 15th, I think.
Yeah.
So that was like a month out or something. Like,
have you ever seen those like graphs for like the probabilities, like NHL probabilities for like prospects and stuff?
Yeah.
And Ian Mitchell's is like first line, and I'm like, it's cool that it's not up at superstar, but first line for sure. And there's like drawing comparisons to like Duncan Keith, and I'm just like, I love looking at those graphs when it's something so nice like that. You're like, yes.
Like, and those are also hilarious because they'll throw like players comparisons, like, oh, this player reminds me of this, and it's guys that are just total busts that like never played in the NHL or something like that, and it's just like you got Duncan Keith here, and then you got this guy who never even saw time in the NHL. Which one is it? Because that's a huge fucking like ends of the spectrum there.
Oh my God, I'm trying to think. Hopefully we'll have enough money to sign Ian Mitchell if he's that good in 3 years. I mean, like, all the, like, I think Keith and Toews and Kane, their contracts are all going to be up at that time.
So, no, they'll have one more year. Oh, no.
They're done in 22.
It's fucking July, and Cap Friendly still has 1920 on there, so it confuses me. I was like, by this time, it's moved on. So
is
will be
Seabrook's the only cap hit that'll be on there at that time for like the big ones, or
Seeds will have one more year.
Damn it.
Yeah,
I wonder how much that would cost us against the cap if we had to buy out Seabrook in that season.
Seabs is the only player under contract on the Blackhawks for that season, 23-24.
23-24. Oh shit, he is. No fucking way.
Well, DeBrincat's an RFA.
What?
That's fucking hilarious.
No, DeBrincat's not under contract that year. He's under contract until Kane and Toews' year's up too. It's DeBrincat, Keith, Kane, and Toews that are up in 3 years. And then
you're right. 4. Yeah, you're right. I looked at the wrong end. That's fucking crazy. Man, we're going to have so much cap space in 23-24. Let's go.
Too bad that, like, in 21-22, we're going to be fucked. Oh, no. It's going to be so bad.
God, I really hope.
I don't know. 21-22, Zach Smith will come off. Saad will not be $6 million. David Camp
is not going to get a lot. I don't think. Nylander, that's the wild card is Nylander.
Fucking Oli Mata is just like killing it.
He's gonna be bought out this year, I think.
But fuck me, man, I love looking at this shit, but I also hate it. Oh, so wait. So, yeah, okay, that's right. I don't know what I was thinking. It is 3 years from now. So I was just like, oh, wait, no, Ian Mitchell would be when Seabrook is up. Seabrook is – no one's contract is up when Seabrook is up so far. Not even anybody that we've drafted.
No, yeah.
It would be people that we draft next year. If
this upcoming
first round, if we sign them right away, that would be up at the same time as Seabrook. Shit. What a fun thing.
I can't wait to see what Toews and Kane's next contract's going to be too.
I don't think it's finally going to be the same. Like, I don't think that's going to happen. But actually, since we were talking about Seabrook, at the training camps, Seabrook apparently is looking good.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh man, if you can just turn back the clock a couple years, let's fucking go.
Oh my God, DeBrincat was mic'd up, and he's like, "Oh man, Seed's beard scared me."
It's a grizzly beard. Oh, that's gonna be like, that'd be hilarious if Seabrook comes in and like ends up winning the Conn Smythe like 2 years in a row, and everybody's like, "Wow, $6.875 million. It's a really good deal."
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so great. And you trade him at the height of that. Get 3 first-round picks. I don't know what the fuck is good. Clearly, I'm not a GM.
You're playing NHL 20, easy trade.
I'm playing NHL 08 before they like even realized that like rookies were like a bigger deal than fucking 35-year-old veterans.
Speaking of training camp, Doc has been tearing it up.
Dude, he's gonna be so good still.
God,
he's gonna be so good still.
He's only 19. Like, oh my God.
Hey, since we're talking about the cap friendly, fucking, we need to have money for Doc too. Like, god damn it.
Yeah. Him just absolutely undressing Colin Delia in that, like, it was just a straight up murder. Like, I don't know how Delia just didn't get off the ice and be like, "Oh, that's it for the day. I need to save my dignity a little bit."
That's the end of that.
Jesus. And then there's just a couple plays they were showing him like back checking and like
he does it all the time.
Like a mission, man.
He literally like has shown it all season that like he skates. It doesn't look like he's skating hard. He's keeping up with everybody, and then he just picks their pocket, and you're like, I wish you would have played with Hossa. Can you imagine him and Hossa?
Him, Hossa, and if Saad would have become like the mini Hossa like we thought he was going to be. God, each line can have their own Hossa. Let's go.
Yeah, right. I can only imagine, like, at this point, like, if Hossa was healthy, well, one, we'd be fucking completely screwed cap-wise. But, like, if he, like, lost a step, like, sure, he can play on the wing on the third line with Doc instead of, like, on the first line with Toews, and you're just, like, perfectly fine with me. Like, he's just going to get it done still. That's cool. It's just whatever, man. You know what? I'm just reminiscing, like, so bad. It's like, what could have been?
And then we get the first overall pick and get Lafreniere. Oh,
and then our cap problems are gonna be even worse.
Ever since last week, you said that whole theory about last time we got third overall, the following year we got first. I've just been thinking, oh my God, here we go. It's gonna happen.
Yeah. And like since we're talking about training camp and how we're probably going to get first overall, hey, Corey Crawford's not in training camp.
Yeah. So NHL's new favorite terminology, unfit to play, is struck Chicago. Crawford.
Full body injury.
Yeah. So I'm so confused. Like, have they said, does that fall under COVID stuff? Is that like injury stuff? That's what
anything is all the time. If a guy if the guy goes to a rehab for like a drug issue, it's an upper body injury. Like,
well, yeah, but so is like that. Is that what unfit to play is now?
I'm sure it's something like that. Like, I don't know. What else? Like unfit? Like, what did he get? Like 300 pounds heavier? I don't understand.
I mean,
he's running a little bit of a temperature, probably. I have no idea.
And the way they're talking about Crawford, it's not like it's he's gonna be coming back soon. It's sounding like we have to prepare to play these games without him.
Yeah.
Like, and if that's the case, if we don't play not even talking about what happens in this round, what happens for him in a contract year not playing when it probably means the most?
I don't know. Honestly, no clue. Anything that happens is they need him to take less than $6 million, and would he do it?
Oh,
who knows?
There is no fucking way in hell he gets more than $6 million.
Right, but yeah, in his position, he also is just like, you don't have a starter. Like, you're gonna go out and spend money to get a starter because, like, I'm still here. Like,
I can't see that happening. I can't see this guy getting more than 3.
I mean, okay, Stan Bowman. Like,
no, I'm just like,
he's gonna get a full no trade clause and like fucking 6.875 for 7 years.
Yeah. God, but I don't know. I just think it's gonna be really hard. I think, yeah, as shitty as the situation the Hawks are in with goaltending, him not playing when it means the most is going to really bite him in the ass. And
yeah, but what if he does have like COVID symptoms and they just haven't said anything, and like you can't be a part of it. Like,
I don't know. It's tough.
Who knows what's going on? The NHL will just be in a mystery.
Ever since what
is unfit to play mean? You know,
ever since Austin Matthews got ratted out for having COVID, they've been very like shut down on news going out about that kind of stuff. Like there really hasn't been. Since we're talking, we'll just talk about it now. NHL, Pasternak unfit to play. He just practiced the other day. Who else did you say?
I said Andre Kasha. I saw something about the Flames, the Calgary Flames. They split their training camp into 2 different like camps because apparently it's like very suspicious, and like there's like rumors that like one camp is like completely healthy and then there was like a couple players that maybe had tested positive for COVID, and then the players in that camp had also practiced with those players, so they're not sure about them yet. And something like that is going on. Like,
oh my God, how are they gonna fucking play?
I don't know.
They're gonna cancel this, and it's gonna be so upsetting because they've built it up so well for wanting to like watch this absolute mayhem and chaos happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, who knows, man? Like, they're all just trying their best.
Yeah,
like,
a couple other Hawks players. Shaw announced he was not playing so he can rehab from his past couple concussions.
Yeah,
which sounded like
if you read his statement, it sounds like he's about to retire, and then at the end it's just like, all right, so I'm gonna be healthy for next season with the boys. Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, good.
Gilbert out with he's got to have wrist surgery. Just that randomly found out that he has a wrist issue.
In his statement, it says we discovered a wrist injury. It's like, what do you mean we discovered?
Yeah,
is your wrist hurt? Is your wrist been fucked up for a bit? He's like, I mean, I guess. It's like, when did you discover this? Recently. What are you fucking talking about?
That's like you just like something doesn't feel right.
Yeah, my
his hands just like dangling like
from the last fight that he was in the NHL. His wrist has been fucked up since then. And it's just like, yeah, ever since like wrist is just messed up. It's like, all right.
Dahan, who was supposed to come back from his injury to play in this, has been out with a family emergency. And there's no reported timeline for him coming back.
I was wondering why Dahan. I didn't look into that, but I was wondering why he wasn't on that training camp roster.
Yeah, I just saw that was a family emergency. That's all I can find out about it. And then the last really thing Hawks I want to talk about is Toews had some interesting comments about COVID. It's really kind of you could take it 2 completely different ways. I'll read it real quick. So he first said,
I forgot what it said. Like,
you're gonna find all sorts of different attitudes as far as the bubble. Part of me just says being away from people and isolating ourselves isn't really the answer. He followed that up with saying, does anybody really know how and when people catch this thing? The best you can do is get good rest, eat healthy, take care of your body, do the little things that lower your chance. What else can you do? Sitting around and worrying about it is just going to drive you crazy. The NHL has gone to great lengths to create a safe environment. It's far from perfect, but everyone has their own beliefs and seeing where they stand with all of this.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, like I was telling you before, it's when he says, like, how does anybody really know how and when? Because it's like there's no defined moment of, like, catching it because clearly it's a virus. Like, you can't just be like, oh, no, I have it now. Like, you gave it to me. And then it's just like, sure, like, how? It's like, yeah, we kind of know how right now. Like, it's a respiratory thing. So, like, being in close, like, proximity to people is what happens. But I think that's not what he was really going at. I think it was more of just, like what, like, actions or what cause it and, like, when does it happen? Because there's plenty of times where, like, people have been diagnosed and, like, positive and they show nothing. So it's like, oh, when did that happen? I have no clue when that happened.
Yeah.
Like, that's what he means. It's like, you can't just be like, oh, now I have it. It's like, that's the when. It's like, no, when isn't, like, a definite time. So that's why he's saying, like, you gotta do the things, the small things to just kind of make sure that you keep your mind at ease and, like, keep yourself safe.
Yeah, at first I kind of, like, was reading it when I first heard it. I only saw bits and pieces. I didn't see that full exchange until when I was looking into this a little bit now. But, like, all I saw was, does anybody really know how you catch this thing? And I'm just like, oh no, tinfoil hat.
The out of context, just pull that.
Yeah,
quote.
and I was like,
I don't really know how he catches things.
Yeah, I was like, oh God, Toews, what are you doing? But then when hearing the whole thing, I'm like, okay, I totally understand what he's saying because it's like and it's true. It's kind of like, at what point do you got to stop being scared? Got to, like, take the chance and go out there. And as he says, NHL's doing everything they can to make sure everything is safe. And I guarantee you that, I mean, they haven't told us, it's not known to the public, but I guarantee you they have a number or a situation that they're going to be like, okay, that's it. We can't do this. We got to shut this down.
Yeah. They got to get some money. Got to get those playing games going a little bit.
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, I don't know. I think people are just trying to jump down Toews. I think he's still kind of, like, split people, like, 50-50 with how they feel about him after that Instagram post he had after the George Floyd stuff.
The Black Lives Matter post?
Yeah.
That was a good post.
I thought it was good, yeah. But he's like, I think he struck a nerve with enough people with that now those people are kind of, like, going to question every single little thing he says, trying to, like, catch him.
Fuck those people.
Right. So,
like, you don't support, like, a movement for equality of people. Like, you're fucking insane. Nobody gives a shit about.
Yeah. So the last thing too, Hawks got a exhibition game against St. Louis on the 29th. Hopefully that is on TV because that'll be some good fucking hockey to come back to.
And just as you said that, Poets just sent us links to the Rogers place. They just it got destroyed. The fucking inside of Rogers place where they're supposed to play.
Yeah.
It's fucked up by the storms. It just went through there.
They released a statement saying that it's going to be ready to play.
And yeah, it says like, we're assessing the damage at this time and are confident that it will not hamper our planning and preparation, and we'll be ready to host the return of the NHL hockey as a hub city. It's like, what the fuck? This video, did you see this video?
No, I haven't watched that.
This video is taken of what seems like the lobby, and there's water just rushing through it. Like, it's a fucking pool. It's coming from the ceiling. Oh my god! 10
days to figure this out.
I mean, this is just the main lobby. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, the players have their own entrance.
Well, no, I know. I'm saying though, it's like
it's just fucking hilarious. Like, isn't this a brand new rink?
Yeah, less than 5 years, I think.
Absolutely, that's hilariously so Edmonton.
That right there is the video of 2020. For hockey.
You can't have anything nice.
Well, hopefully the arena is set for that exhibition game on the 29th.
Hopefully the ice is just good. And the bench is, like, cool.
Hawks got kind of fucked on the game times, too, for fan viewing reasons. The first game's awesome. It's a Saturday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's perfect. But then Game 2 and Game 3 are in the middle of the week at 9:30 p.m. That's bullshit. Like, come on.
I mean, I don't have shit to do. So
I know, Tanner. Jesus.
I'm all about it. I'll be up all day. I'll get the little amount of sleep at night and then wake up and watch hockey right away.
Yeah, so hockey is hopefully, knock on wood, coming back. We are so close. But what you can talk about, too, is the end of the season. And at the end of the season is NHL awards. And the NHL is slowly announcing nominees for the awards.
Yeah, the awards are actually going to be announced, during the conference finals, I think it said.
Oh, I didn't see that. That's awesome.
I swear I just saw it somewhere. Fuck. But yeah, I think it was like during the conference finals. I think they said they were going to announce it. Yeah, so some of the awards have, the nominees. So I guess let's just go right into it, eh?
Let's start with the Calder.
You want to start with the Calder? Okay.
Yeah.
The Calder's pretty great. I mean, it's got Quinn Hughes from Vancouver. It's got Cale Makar from Colorado. And then, I don't know, a little guy named Dominic Kubalik. Ever heard of him?
Took the words right out of my mouth. God damn it.
Yeah, you ever heard of him? Yeah, he's fucking good.
We were saying this when we were talking about the numbers. If this was any other year, Kubalik would be walking away with this.
Yeah, I think he'd have a really good chance at it. Especially with how he was scoring towards the end of the season. If he were to finish out those last 12 games, I think he could have probably kept up like an average of a point per game, because he was basically right around there, like towards the end of the season. He was scoring so many fucking goals. It was literally like every game or like every other game. So he probably could have had a good like 35, 36 goals. Like, would have been fucking unreal.
It's unreal looking at the points.
Yeah. We've seen a lot of people online complaining that like Adam Fox is getting snubbed from like a Calder nomination. And it's like, I think when you have two defensemen ahead of you, like, sure, you're a great rookie defenseman. That's awesome. But like, there's already two better defensemen than you. And no one in that rookie class has 30 goals besides Kubalik. He's leading that rookie class in goals.
He's 10 goals ahead of the Nets two guys.
He fucking was kicking ass, and I saw a lot of people online saying as well as like, well, he only has like a few like more points than Adam Fox. It's like, yeah, well, Adam Fox has fucking like 42 points and Kubalik has 46. Adam Fox has 13 power play points. Kubalik has 8. Fox also has like, I don't know, I saw a stat where he's like 16 secondary assists. It's like, yeah, you fucking get the puck up to like Artemi Panarin, who lit it up this year.
Yeah.
He's going to just go score. Like, you give it to somebody else, you give it to Panarin, he's going to go fucking put it in. I don't know. And the stat that I love the most about Kubalik is the fact that he only had 4 power play goals out of 30. So he had 26 fucking even strength goals. And he was tied for 7th in the entire league, not just rookies, tied for the 7th in the entire league in 5-on-5 goals, which is really good. He was 17th in the entire league in goals too.
God, if it wasn't for Hughes, man.
You think that he would have beat Makar?
I think so.
I don't know. I think Makar was really fucking good, man.
Oh my God,
like,
it's
Hughes
and
Makar just playing like first line, like right away, and lighting it up as much as they did is crazy. And like those teams that they're on too, I'm sure like they benefited like a shit ton from them with all the young talent that they have.
Yeah,
having fucking Elias Pettersson in Vancouver and having Nate McKinnon in Colorado, you got some fucking good speed and like great scores. Like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, they're gonna be disgusting. Every one of them. Yeah.
This is the first year in a couple. When was the last time that the first 2 picks weren't in one of the first 2 picks weren't the Calder nomination.
Oh, what?
Who Jack Hughes and Kako.
Yeah, who was last year again? Dahlin.
Yeah,
right?
Was in there.
And I don't remember. Who was 2? Bring up the draft.
Why always end up on a goddamn draft kick?
I love looking up drafts, man.
2018? Yeah.
2018 draft. If you're mad and you know it, go ahead and shout it out at the top of your lungs because maybe we'll be able to hear you a day before you listen to this.
Dallin, Svechnikov. And the dude from Montreal.
Oh, Kokoniemi?
Yeah.
Really?
Those are 1, 2, 3.
Okay. And then who the fuck was in the who was in the Calder last year? It was It was Patterson. Oh my God.
I think Dallin was in it.
He might have been. Why is it so hard to remember? Because didn't Patterson win it?
Yeah, Patterson won it.
I don't know. Vancouver is also crazy too because it's the
Patterson,
first time.
Patterson, Bennington,
oh, fucking
and
Bennington.
Yeah.
Vancouver. It's the first time a team has had 3 Calder nominees 3 years in a row since like 1970s.
Jesus Christ! And they're going to trade one of them.
Yeah, they might. It's like always when you hear like rumors like that, and then like it kind of takes a minute for the GM to come out and be like, "Oh, I'd never do that." It's like, yo, you're definitely caught in a fucking lie right now. Like you totally were fucking shopping him or some shit. It's like I was trying to save face with all the fans, and then out of nowhere, like during the offseason, you'll see like Brock Besser traded to Carolina.
I mean, he's definitely, as much as you would want to keep him with the cap situation, he would definitely be the odd man out.
Yeah.
There's no way you move Patterson or Hughes, no. Especially because those guys are got the cap friendly deals right now.
Yeah, it would be stupid. So yeah, I don't know. What did you figure out your answer yet to your Calder question?
I think it's gonna be Hughes. That one.
Yeah, like last. Oh wait, no, last year it wasn't fucking Kirby. Kirby Doc. Okay, it was this year. I am so confused right now.
Yeah,
this is this year.
Yeah.
Oh, why do we do this? I don't have this written down, so it's fucking confusing. Okay. Yeah. I don't know, man. When was the last time that the Calder nominees didn't include one of the top 2 picks?
That's a good question. Let's see. If you know it, let us know.
It's like I'll look it up afterwards. It's so stupid. So Hishay and Patrick, did Hishay get nominated for Calder his rookie year?
No. So that would be it.
Yeah.
So that actually wasn't that long.
Bam.
Because Barzell won it.
Oh, yeah. And that Barzell, Besser, and someone else, right? I don't know.
Clayton Keller.
Yeah, okay. There we go. We did it. It took us much longer than I wanted. Okay, moving on from the Calder. What do you want to know?
Let's go with the Jack Adams.
The Jack Adams. So that's going to be for best coach. Best coach, all right. We got Bruce Cassidy.
Nope.
Yeah, nah. John Tortorella. Which
I would say, yeah.
He's I think he's been nominated the last like 3 years or something like that. And then Alain Vigneault.
He's gonna win it.
You think Vigneault's gonna win it?
Oh yeah. Torts, I think Torts, for what the project he had with that team after the team got blown up.
Oh, you think Torts deserves?
No.
Oh.
I think he deserves to win it, but I think it's I think it's
Torts should win it for sure. He lost his number 1 goalie, his number 1 top forward. He lost his number 1 center in Matt Duchene. He lost Ryan Dzingel too. Nobody fucking stayed in Columbus.
His number 1 defenseman was injured most of the season. Seth Jones was out.
Yeah, he's actually they had a lot of injury issues this year too, which
They're on what, a third string goalie?
I mean, no, because Korpisalo and Merzlikins were the two.
Oh, I didn't know if he was this backup or not.
No. But Korpisalo was like taking over as like the number one, and it was like about to be his show. And then when he went down, and there was like some analyst that was just like Merzlikins is going to struggle and do terribly, and then he ended up getting like 3 shutouts in 4 games or some shit. And you're just like, well, fuck it, never mind. I don't know shit. Like,
yeah, you're right. Torts gets it. You know what? You're right. Fuck it, Torts.
Yeah, like Vigneault has a good team. It's what he ended up getting this year that he didn't have last year was goaltending. Because last year they went through like 7 or 8 goalies. This year, Carter Hart at home, and then Brian Elliott on the road is all you need to do, because Carter Hart, man, is fucking Jekyll and Hyde. Like, it's so weird. His fucking home and away splits are just ridiculous. Like, you'd think it'd be tougher to play at home when it's like Philly, but he thrives on that shit.
Dude, and he was just talking to the media the other day, and he's like, this is what I've been waiting for my whole life, playoff hockey. Like, that kid focused and in. Oh.
I just like, why is Bruce Cassidy just put in there? Because they're the fucking President's Trophy team.
That's probably why. Like
just because Tampa didn't get it? Is that why they're like they expected Tampa to still be a President's Trophy winner and put up a 6th season again? And then there was like, Boston did it.
There's always that third coach, I feel, in this category is always the like, okay, the team's really good, so here, just toss him in there. Like it's usually a two coach race.
Yeah. That's kind of how I feel about the Calder too, though.
Yeah. Except this year, I think all three you have a case for all three. All right, let's go Lady Bing.
Lady Bing. It's the Sportsmanship Award. You got Nathan McKinnon. You got Austin Matthews. And you got Ryan O'Reilly. I feel like Ryan O'Reilly is like always up for this award because he only gets like 4 penalty minutes a year.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to look up right now is penalties for these guys.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's usually essentially what it comes down to is least penalties.
That's absolutely what it is. Let's see. Ryan O'Reilly, he's got 10 penalty minutes. Oh, double digits. It's not a good sign. Oh, Austin Matthews coming in with 8.
Oh.
And McKinnon, 12. Matthews is getting it. No
Matthews
worries.
Wins.
It's a stat category. That's all it is. It's like most points or like highest ice time with lowest PIMs. I think that's just like how they just decided. Like average ice time divided by whatever.
It used to just be the freaking Datsuk Award because he never fought, so they were just like, okay, well, you can have it. Right? I remember every time it's like someone gets in a fight and it's like, oh, well, there goes the Lady Bing Award. Like,
yeah, not gonna go to him. First fight of the season, first game.
Yeah, I mean that's just an award to have an award. I feel like at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you know what's crazy? It's like if we have awards like this, like sportsmanship. Like, I don't know. I feel like if you're just having awards to have awards, have 2 defensive awards. Have a defenseman of the year and an offensive defenseman of the year. Like,
yeah.
Like, where the stay-at-home defensemen get no fucking love.
Yeah.
Except for they get love from the goalies. I tell you what, I love me some stay-at-home defensemen.
Yeah, I hate that Norris is essentially an offensive award now. Like,
yeah.
It's fine. You want to do that, but you got to have an award for the stay-at-home defenseman because, like, some of the best defensemen aren't the ones that are putting up numbers.
Yeah, like the ones that block the most shots, the ones that kill the most penalties. Yeah, Jalmerson, just fucking every day. It's all I'll talk about.
He could easily be a nonstop nominee for Defensive Defenseman Award.
Yeah, except for, like, once he went to the Coyotes and he's been hurt, like, ever since.
Yeah. All right, which one do you want to go with?
Ted Lindsay.
Ted Lindsay.
Cool. Ted Lindsay. So it's most valuable player as voted on by the players. Right? Yeah, most outstanding player as voted by the NHLPA. Leon Draisaitl, Nate McKinnon, and Artemi Panarin.
It's got to be Panarin.
It's most outstanding for this one though. So it's like the wording is like always what's weird to me. It's like from these, I don't know. I'd probably say
Draisaitl, yeah.
Because when it comes to like the actual like the Hart Trophy, like the most valuable player, I think should be Artemi Panarin.
Yeah.
Like
not a single person had the Rangers anywhere near a playoff spot going into this season.
Yeah.
And Panarin fucking willed them into that.
He fucking high kicked them right into that shit.
He's an award just for that, the high kick award. Like,
well, they had the Fans' Choice Awards, and for like best selling, I think he might have won it. I don't know. I voted for him. I didn't follow up on who won.
It was just so funny. Like, it started off with the video of him and Bob on the boat dancing, and they're doing the high kicks, and then he was like, "Oh shit, people fucking love this," and he brought it to the ice. The first time he did it on the ice,
is that why he did it?
I think so. And the funny thing is, the first time he did it, I just remember, I forgot who it was, but he's on the ice. He goes and he kicks off, and it's the teammate that skated by. I was like, "Oh shit!" Like dodging back, like because he had no idea that was coming. I love Panarin. God, dude, I love him.
He's the best. If I could just get one thing back in time, I don't know. I'd probably just keep Hossa, but Panarin's a close number 2.
And the fact that he's Russian and he just has that crazy, like, I don't know what's going on. So I'm like the crazy foreigner type of mentality with him too is just fantastic.
He's the best. He's such a goof. And then last one that they have the nominees for is the Bill Masterton Memorial Trophy, sorry. And so the 3 that are up for that are going to be Stephen Johns from Dallas, Oscar Lindblom from Philly, and Bobby Ryan from Ottawa.
This is tough.
This one's like it's the player that that best exemplifies the qualities of perseverance, sportsmanship, and dedication to hockey. And
so basically, you go through some shit, and you defeat it, or you come back, or whatever. It's like
it's pretty much you've gone through something and you've been able to play like through it, basically.
Yeah,
which can be rough. And last year, Lehner won this.
Yeah, and it came out. So he basically won it after his whole story about his bipolar and his mental
going to rehab and everything.
Yeah, that came out for that. Yeah, this is tough because each one of these stories, John's.
Yeah,
he's like the guy that I feel bad for because it's like he's gonna looked at like, okay, I'm going up against these guys, and like I was just coming back from like concussion issues and all that kind of stuff.
He missed 22 months because of post-traumatic headaches, and he just like completely missed the whole previous season, and he missed the first 47 games of this year. And then I just read this that he the first game he played in was a 7-0 loss to the Wild. I was like, oh
my god, rough comeback. Yeah, that's not easy to come back from at all.
No,
in fact, I guarantee many people probably told him not to.
I mean, it's I don't know why, because Stephen Johns never really played for the Blackhawks, but he was a Blackhawks draft pick, and I still kind of like really. And like, I wish that we could have probably like held on to him because he's a solid defenseman.
Yeah,
we traded him for
with the Sharp,
Patrick Sharp coming back.
No,
oh, was it to go?
It was with Sharp to Dallas.
I thought it was to get Sharp back. No, we signed Sharp, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it was traded Sharp and Stephen Johns to Dallas for like Trevor Daley.
Trevor Daley, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Bobby Ryan just has like he was able to have his played out this year because he was able to come back before all this happened. But like, holy shit, he wrote a movie with his story.
Yeah,
he was in the NHL's was it rehab substance abuse program?
Yeah, he's in the player assistance program for alcohol abuse, and then he came back. And his first home game back, he gets a hat trick.
Come on.
I was like, fucking. And then you get the moment in the locker room after the game where like the coach is like, it's like, this one goes out to Bobby. And you're like, fuck. Like,
it's like he's had such a rough life. Like he had a really bad situation with his dad. Was really like if I read this or I heard this right, I don't know if I heard on another podcast, so I don't know how accurate it is, but his name is actually like he had to like change his name, and
he was in a witness protection program.
Yeah. Like that's insane. And he was still able to, become an NHL player and all that kind of stuff. And unfortunately, like just it got caught up with him, his past and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, that's such a good story, like ending right there with that guy.
Yeah. And then Oscar Lindblom, who I don't know if you heard, but this season was diagnosed with cancer, with a rare form of bone cancer. And only just recently was this like cleared from like the hospital after chemotherapy.
Yeah, just finished chemo.
And so I don't know, is he actually going to be playing in the
I don't think so.
Robin? I mean, he's got to I mean, after chemotherapy that much, I would assume no, because he's probably pretty weak compared to when he was. So and that shit does a number on your body.
And he's definitely exposed more with the COVID and all that kind of stuff. So he's got to really be
careful. That's true too.
He has skated with the guys though. I know that. Like around the time he finished, when he finished chemo, I don't know if it was before or after, but he skated with the guys, or he was on the ice. I wonder if he's gonna
like. I don't think they'll let him like be with the team there. I feel like that's just a risk.
Yeah, he's got to be really careful with what happens. I think he ends up winning it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Not to say either other stories aren't as good.
Someone's problems are worse than others. Like that's kind of like what the trophy feels like. Like who had the worst time and then is still here. It's like, oh God.
Also shows you how amazing hockey is, like what this game means to so many people and how many people use it as an escape to get away from shit going on in their life. Like,
well, yeah, and like it's a good way to show people that no matter what's going on, like you can power through.
Yeah.
And that's what the players do, and these players exemplify that so much. So all right, let's do something funny.
Yeah, I want to end this on – so we're about wrapping up here. I want to end this on a better note. Not saying – those are good notes because they're obviously good stories, but it's really sad looking at, the fact that they had to get to that point, that kind of stuff. There were two great sound bites from players around a player and coach around the league. Torts being Torts, absolutely fantastic. They basically asked him if there's any concern about Mike's picking up profanity on the ice from the players, and Torts responds, "I really don't give a shit, quite honestly. Fucking Torts, way to go!"
It's like I don't fucking care, man. We're playing hockey. Am I gonna tell the players to just be like, "Hey, make sure you keep the chatter down"?
No better way to respond to asking about if he's worried about profanity than saying, "I don't give a shit." That's fantastic. Give the guy the Adams Award.
Coach of the year, right there.
And then Tarasenko was asking, what they're expecting, how he expects hub life and all that kind of stuff. And he goes, "We don't go there for like a resort where we're expecting unbelievable food service, 5-star summer resort. We're going to play hockey. I don't need much to live. I just need a bed and food." That's a fucking hockey guy right there.
Yeah. I wonder, is it kind of because of all the stuff going on with the NBA bubble?
Oh, God, that is such a shit show. Although Doc Rivers, I don't know, he's the head coach for the LA Clippers.
Yeah.
He had a great soundbite. He goes, "Yeah, I called the hotline," because they have the hotline set up to call in when you see players doing something. He's like, yeah, I called in on LeBron already. And he goes, "I'm calling it on Pops, the guy who coaches San Antonio." He's like, "I'm calling him Nets. By the time I'm done with this hotline, I'm going to be the last team standing." Like, that is so fantastic.
Good. I like that. It's like a fucking reality show over there.
It's so goddamn funny. But it'll be interesting to see how the hub life goes It's
Yeah.
Monday. No,
it was.
10 days.
Was it? Wait, did you see? I think it was Paul Maurice that was saying if you had something like this going on 20 years ago, you'd be afraid of a brawl going on in the hotel. But since it's going on now, it's probably more like a Fortnite tournament.
Yeah, do you think Line A is just like, oh my god, let's go, so much video games? And
yeah, it's
Forsberg put out that hilarious video. He's sitting in like, I don't know, it's like a hotel or his room or something, and he's got
it's at his like house.
Yeah,
and I think it's his like wife or girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah, Watson, like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, just playing with the boys, like, and it's like hockey gear on, playing like Call of Duty or something. Fucking amazing.
It's like, yeah, we got to get back on the ice, so just want to put the gear on and get the feel back into it.
Yeah.
That's fucking great.
Oh man. So, all right. Well, that was episode 105. Anything coming to mind for a name?
We're almost back.
We're almost back. All right.
I don't know. The trade besser. Fucking. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, that there too.
Man.
If you see videos of players mic'd up during the training camp, do yourself a favor and watch it. Absolutely hilarious. Yeah. Always good stuff.
Oh, and don't forget that the Hawks are playing an exhibition game against the Blues, and hopefully that'll be televised on the 29th.
Hopefully, yeah. The 29th, that's a Wednesday.
So get your beers ready. And, oh, my God, if you watch – or if you've seen the exhibition schedule, they've scheduled so many rivalries.
It's all Calgary and Edmonton. Are you kidding me? Let's go.
It's Montreal and Toronto. I can't remember some of them now.
St. Louis, Chicago, Calgary, Edmonton.
It's like Florida and versus Tampa. But
is it Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and the Philly or Flyers?
Yeah, it's Flyers and Pens. Yeah, there's something like odd matchup. Oh, it's Rangers versus Islanders too. And maybe awesome. Is it Washington versus Carolina? You think Ovechkin and Svechnikov are gonna dance?
Oh God, I hope so.
But yeah, hopefully that'll all be televised too, and we get hockey a couple days early before playoffs or the play-ins kick off.
Well, hopefully we'll have a little bit more clear picture next time we're on here. As always, subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, on YouTube. Follow us on Spotify. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. I'm starting to tweet more. Let's go.
Sick, dude.
Give us a rating on Apple Podcasts. Help us go up those charts. And, yeah, if you ever have any Ride and Pine questions, slide into the DMs or visit WCBenders.com and fill out the Ride and Pine form. For Tanner and myself, we'll see you on the next one.
All right. Love you, boys.